I'm kind of torn between 2001 and Contact. Certainly, if you're talking about like best opening to a movie, best opening to a space movie, I think that has to be Contact. I don't think you're ever going to get a better introduction to not just to a space movie, but to space.
There are a bunch of good space movies, but the one that I really like the most is Alien. It's your classic space survival horror film. The whole play on the fear of the unknown is done so well, and you have special effects, the sound design, the score, all of it coming together to create that suspense. I mean, the tagline of the film is, "Nobody can hear you scream in space," and it's so true.
One of my favorite space movies is this really weird one, this neo-noir called Dark City. It follows this man who has no memories of who he is. He doesn't even know where he is. And he gets himself caught up in like this string of conspiracies revolving around a bunch of murders that have been happening around this city that seems to be constantly enshrouded in the darkness of nighttime. Unfortunately, to explain why this is a space movie and why I consider it to be a space movie is that the twist is that this city is floating in space. I highly recommend it for anyone who enjoys works like The Matrix or Blade Runner because they definitely share very similar themes, if not themes that I think are important and worth discussing today. Regardless of all that, it's also just a downright gorgeous film.
What makes Interstellar a space movie is because it's probably the most realistic depiction of space in film in like the last 20 years, in my opinion. It has realistic black holes, a unique but realistic design on spacesuits and robots and new planets to inhabit, and it's a Nolan film.
I think what makes a space movie is when the movie uses space to reflect or represent something personal in a character. It's really a space movie to me when it captures that feeling we get as people when we look at space and we're forced to contextualize ourselves within it. Any good space movie, I think, does that to some degree. That's a big part of Gravity or Arrival, or even more high concept stuff like The Martian or Alien. That seed is there.